movement is life. The human body was never designed to sit in a chair for 8 hours a day, hunched over a screen, and then lie down on a couch for the rest of the night. Our ancestors walked miles, climbed, lifted, and stretched every single day. That constant motion kept their muscles strong, their joints flexible, and their hearts pumping with vitality. When you stop moving, your body begins to shut down piece by piece. The stiffness you feel in your back, the fatigue that weighs you down, the lack of energy that seems to follow you everywhere, those are not signs of getting older. They are signs of a body begging for movement. Think about it. A car that sits unused in a garage doesn't stay new. Its battery dies, its tires flatten, its parts rust. Your body is the same. Inactivity accelerates aging faster than almost anything else. On the other hand, when you move regularly, when you challenge your body with exercise, you are sending it a clear message: stay alive, stay young, stay ready. Scientists call this "who's it or lose it," and it is one of the most powerful truths about human biology. Movement doesn't just make you look younger, it literally keeps you biologically younger. Regular exercise reduces inflammation, improves circulation, and increases oxygen flow to your cells, which in turn slows down the aging process at the cellular level. Your skin glows, your muscles stay firm, your bones stay dense, and your energy lasts longer. It's not about becoming a bodybuilder or a marathon runner. It's about building a lifestyle where movement is as natural as breathing. Even simple habits matter more than people realize. Taking the stairs instead of the elevator, walking instead of driving short distances, stretching in the morning, or doing a few push-ups at home before bed, all of these signal to your body that you are not done, that you still demand vitality from it. When you commit to consistent movement, you send your muscles the instruction to grow, you train your heart to beat stronger, and you teach your lungs to expand with power. Over time, this doesn't just make you feel younger, it makes you function younger. Let's look at some real life examples. In many blue zone regions, places in the world where people live far longer than average, you rarely see gyms filled with heavy equipment. What you do see are people gardening, walking to markets, climbing hills, dancing, and carrying loads as part of their daily lives. They don't separate exercise from life. Movement is life. That's why they stay strong into their 80s, 90s, and even beyond 100. Compare that with modern sedentary lifestyles where many people begin to experience serious health decline by their mid-40s. The contrast is striking. When you move regularly, you also unlock a mental and emotional benefit that most people underestimate. Exercise is a natural antidepressant. It reduces anxiety, sharpens focus, and floods your brain with endorphins that boost mood. That means you don't just look younger, you feel younger. You regain the playful spirit you once had as a child when running around wasn't exercise, it was joy. This is why people who commit to movement often say they feel decades younger than their peers. Their bodies and minds are aligned with youth, not age. The beauty of this secret is that it adapts to every stage of life. If you're in your 20s, building a consistent exercise routine now will keep you youthful for decades to come. If you're in your 40s or 50s and already feel the weight of stiffness, it's not too late. Your body has an incredible ability to repair and adapt. Within just a few weeks of consistent movement, you'll notice your energy levels climbing, your sleep improving, and your posture straightening. Even if you're in your 70s or 80s, regular movement, whether it's yoga, swimming, or daily walking, can restore balance, improve circulation, and extend both your health span and lifespan. One of the biggest mistakes people make is thinking exercise must be extreme to be effective. That's simply not true. Consistency beats intensity. A 20-minute brisk walk every single day is more powerful than an hour in the gym once a week. Stretching for 10 minutes before bed every night will serve you far more than an occasional intense yoga class. What matters is not how much you push yourself on one day, but how you choose to move your body every single day. Small, consistent investments in movement compound over time, and those dividends are youth, energy, and health. Of course, variety is also key. Your body thrives when you combine different kinds of movement: strength training to preserve muscle, cardio to keep your heart young, stretching to stay flexible, and balance exercises to prevent falls as you age. Together, these elements create a body that is resilient, adaptable, and prepared for the challenges of life. That's how you not only slow aging but reverse it in many ways. You'll notice your posture improving, your endurance growing, and your confidence skyrocketing because you are living in a body that supports you, not weighs you down. Movement is the closest thing we have to a fountain of youth. It doesn't cost money, it doesn't require a prescription, and it's available to everyone. Yet so many people underestimate it, searching for miracle creams, surgeries, or shortcuts. But the truth is, if you want to stay young and fit forever, the most powerful step you can take is the simplest one: move. Every step, every stretch, every breath you take while in motion is a declaration that you are not ready to surrender to age. It is proof that while years may pass, your spirit and your body will continue to thrive. Food is not just fuel, it's information. Every bite you take sends instructions to your body. It tells your cells whether to build, repair, fight inflammation, or store fat. If movement is the foundation of youth, then nutrition is the architect that shapes it. You cannot out-exercise a bad diet, and you cannot expect your body to stay young if you constantly feed it with things that accelerate aging. What you eat either pushes you closer to disease and decay, or it pulls you toward vitality and longevity. Let's start with what harms you. Processed foods, excess sugar, refined oils, and chemically loaded snacks are like rust for the body. They inflame your organs, weaken your immune system, and cause your skin to sag and age prematurely. Too much sugar, for example, doesn't just make you gain weight, it attaches itself to proteins in your body through a process called glycation, which stiffens your tissues and accelerates wrinkles. Excess fried or processed foods overload your system with toxins that your body spends endless energy trying to remove instead of repairing and renewing cells. Imagine constantly trying to clean a dirty room while someone keeps throwing trash in. It's exhausting, and eventually the mess wins. That's what a poor diet does to your body. But the good news is the opposite is also true. When you feed your body whole, nutrient-dense foods, you are essentially giving it the building blocks of youth. Fresh vegetables, leafy greens, colorful fruits, clean proteins, nuts, seeds, and healthy fats all work like a team to heal, repair, and energize you from the inside out. These foods are loaded with antioxidants that protect your cells from free radical damage, the very thing that causes premature aging. Every time you choose a bowl of berries over a donut, or a plate of grilled salmon over fried fast food, you are choosing to stay younger longer. One of the most overlooked aspects of nutrition is hydration. Water is the elixir of life, yet so many people walk around chronically dehydrated. Dehydration makes your skin look dull, your joints ache, and your energy crash. Your body is 60-70% water, and when you're not giving it enough, everything slows down. Drinking enough clean water every day not only flushes toxins from your system, it plumps your skin, lubricates your joints, and helps your organs function at their peak. You'll look and feel younger almost instantly when you stay properly hydrated. Another powerful concept is eating less, but better. In many long-lived cultures around the world, overeating is avoided. People eat until they are about 80% full. This practice reduces stress on digestion, lowers inflammation, and extends longevity by giving the body time to repair itself instead of constantly breaking down large amounts of food. Caloric moderation paired with nutrient-rich meals is a recipe for not just a long life, but a vibrant one. Protein plays a key role as well. With age, muscle mass tends to decline, and that can accelerate the aging process. Eating adequate lean protein like fish, eggs, beans, or grass-fed meats ensures your body has the raw materials to build and maintain muscle, repair tissues, and keep your metabolism active. Pairing that with healthy fats such as olive oil, avocado, or omega-rich foods like walnuts and salmon protects your brain, supports your hormones, and keeps your skin supple. Carbohydrates, when chosen wisely from sources like whole grains, fruits, and vegetables, provide steady energy without spiking blood sugar levels and causing crashes. Equally important is avoiding extremes. Many people jump from fad diet to fad diet, thinking there's a magic formula. But the truth is your body craves balance. Too much restriction can lead to deficiencies, while too much indulgence can lead to breakdown. The secret to youthful nutrition is not a temporary diet, but a sustainable lifestyle, one where 80% of your food nourishes and heals, while 20% allows for flexibility and enjoyment without guilt. That's how you build a long-term relationship with food that supports both body and mind. Let's not forget the role of mindset in eating. Rushed meals, or mindless stressed eating, mindlessly snacking while scrolling on your phone, all weaken digestion. When you eat slowly, chew thoroughly, and actually enjoy your meals, your body digests better and absorbs more nutrients. Ancient traditions like mindful eating weren't just spiritual practices, they were science before science had words for it. By slowing down, you turn eating into nourishment, not just consumption. Nutrition also extends to what you avoid. Reducing alcohol, limiting smoking, and staying away from constant caffeine dependency preserves your organs and your energy. It's not about total elimination, but about moderation and understanding the cost of each choice. For example, a glass of wine occasionally may not harm you, but nightly overindulgence slowly wears down your liver, skin, and vitality. The amazing part is that your body responds quickly to better nutrition. Within days of eating whole, real foods, people often notice clearer skin, sharper focus, more stable energy, and better sleep. Over weeks and months, their waistlines shrink, their digestion improves, and their mood stabilizes. Over years, the difference becomes undeniable. They look and feel years younger than their peers who neglected nutrition. Youthful energy, glowing skin, strong immunity, and sharp focus are not bought in bottles or found in miracle pills. They are earned through daily choices with food and drink. Every plate you fill is either a step toward age or a step toward youth. So if you want to stay young and fit forever, honor your body with the right fuel. Because when you eat with intention, you're not just feeding hunger, you're feeding your future. One of the greatest secrets to staying young and fit forever is something most people neglect: rest. We live in a world that glorifies constant hustle, late nights, and pushing beyond limits. But the truth is, your body does not grow stronger while you're awake and busy. It grows, heals, and regenerates when you rest. Sleep is not wasted time, it's your body's most powerful anti-aging tool. Without it, all the exercise and nutrition in the world won't give you lasting youth or vitality. When you sleep, your body goes into repair mode. Cells regenerate, muscles recover, and hormones balance. Growth hormone, often called the body's youth hormone, is released in higher amounts during deep sleep, helping you maintain muscle, burn fat, and keep your skin tight and glowing. If you cut your sleep short, you cut off the very process that keeps you young. People who regularly sleep less than 6 hours a night often look older, gain weight more easily, and feel constantly fatigued. Their bodies are literally running on an empty tank. Rest also extends beyond just sleep. It's about giving your nervous system a break. Stress ages you faster than almost anything else. When you're under constant pressure, your body produces high levels of cortisol, the stress hormone. Cortisol eats away at muscle, promotes fat storage, weakens your immune system, and even damages your skin's collagen, leading to wrinkles and sagging. That's why people who live high stress lives often appear much older than they are. True recovery means finding ways to calm your system daily through meditation, breathing exercises, time in nature, or simply moments of stillness. In many long-lived cultures, midday naps or quiet breaks are considered normal. They don't see rest as laziness but as wisdom. In modern society, however, people often feel guilty about resting, as if slowing down is a weakness. But the paradox is that the more you allow yourself intentional recovery, the stronger and more youthful you become. Athletes understand this well. After intense training, they prioritize rest days because they know muscles don't grow during the workout, they grow during the recovery that follows. The same principle applies to anyone who wants to maintain youthfulness in body and mind. Sleep quality is just as important as sleep quantity. It's not enough to lie in bed for 8 hours if your rest is shallow and fragmented. True restorative sleep comes from creating an environment that allows your body to cycle naturally through deep and REM stages. This means reducing late-night screen use, keeping your room cool and dark, and setting consistent sleep and wake times. Small practices like avoiding caffeine late in the day, stretching before bed, or reading instead of scrolling can transform your rest. Over time, your body thanks you with more energy, sharper focus, and a younger appearance. Another overlooked part of recovery is mental rest. Mental fatigue is just as real as physical fatigue. Constant noise from technology, social media, and information overload keeps the brain in a state of overdrive. To stay young and fit, you need intentional moments of mental silence. That might mean practicing mindfulness, journaling, or disconnecting from devices for a few hours each day. Giving your mind a break reduces stress, improves creativity, and helps you feel refreshed instead of drained. Recovery also involves listening to your body. Too often, people push through pain, ignore fatigue, or overtrain, thinking more is better. But when you ignore your body's signals, you accelerate breakdown instead of growth. True fitness and longevity come from balance. Pushing yourself at times, yes, but also allowing your body the chance to recover fully. That balance is what prevents injuries, preserves energy, and keeps you in the game of life for decades. When you prioritize rest, you unlock a cycle of renewal that touches every area of your health. Your skin regenerates faster, giving you a natural glow. Your immune system strengthens, protecting you from illnesses that often accelerate aging. Your memory sharpens, your mood stabilizes, and your body runs more efficiently. Even your relationships improve because you are calmer, more present, and more emotionally resilient. The beauty of rest as a secret to staying young is that it doesn't cost a thing. It's accessible to everyone, regardless of age or resources. Yet it requires discipline to step back from the world's constant demands and honor your body's natural rhythms. The irony is that rest often feels like doing nothing, but in reality, it's when your body is doing its most important work. Staying young and fit forever isn't just about how hard you push yourself in the gym or how strictly you eat. It's about how well you recover. When you give your body the sleep, calm, and recovery it craves, you are fueling the very processes that keep you vibrant. Rest is not weakness, it is strategy. It is the hidden engine of youth. And if you master it, you'll find that you don't just add years to your life, you add life to your years. Staying young and fit forever is not just about what you do with your body, it is just as much about what you do with your mind. The thoughts you think, the beliefs you carry, and the way you choose to see yourself all shape how you age. Science has proven again and again that mindset directly influences not only mental health, but also physical well-being. People who carry a youthful, hopeful, and resilient mindset age more slowly, live longer, and remain healthier than those who live under the weight of negativity and defeat. Think about two people of the same age. One constantly complains about getting old, talks about aches and pains, and focuses on everything they can no longer do. The other laughs often, speaks about dreams yet to be fulfilled, and views aging as a chance to grow wiser and freer. Though their birthdays are the same, one looks and feels decades older, while the other radiates energy. What makes the difference? It's not genetics or luck. It's mindset. The way you talk to yourself matters. Words shape biology. When you say, "I'm too old for this," you are giving your mind and body permission to shut down early. But when you say, "I'm just getting started," you signal to your body that vitality is still required. Your brain listens to your self-talk, and it communicates with every system in your body. Optimism fuels resilience. Gratitude strengthens immunity. Joy lowers stress. And hope adds years to your life. Mindset also determines how you handle challenges. Life will throw difficulties at you, loss, setbacks, stress, but how you respond defines whether you grow old in spirit or stay youthful. A resilient mindset treats challenges as opportunities. Instead of breaking down, you break through. Instead of asking, "Why me?" you ask, "What can I learn from this?" This shift in perspective doesn't just protect your emotional health. It literally protects your physical health too. Stress damages cells, but a strong mindset shields them. Many of the world's longest living people share a common trait: they stay engaged with life. They don't give in to the idea that age means irrelevance. They stay curious, they learn new skills, they connect with others, they contribute to their communities. Their mindset says, "I still have a role to play." That belief keeps their brains active, their bodies motivated, and their spirits alive. Neuroscience supports this. When you challenge your mind with new learning, whether it's reading, solving puzzles, or even learning a new language or instrument, you create new neural connections that keep your brain sharp. A sharp brain is a youthful brain. Another vital part of mindset is emotional mastery. Holding on to anger, resentment, or bitterness ages you faster than time itself. Negative emotions are heavy. They show on your face, they weigh on your body, and they sap your energy. Letting go of grudges and practicing forgiveness is not about excusing others, it's about freeing yourself. When you release emotional baggage, your heart feels lighter, your stress reduces, and your body thrives. Inner peace reflects as outer youth. Mindset also impacts your energy. When you carry enthusiasm into your days, you move with a lighter step, and people notice it. Enthusiasm is magnetic. It doesn't just make you feel younger, it makes you appear younger. Think about people you've met who are older but still carry a spark in their eyes and excitement in their voices. That energy is not accidental. It's cultivated through choosing joy, humor, and gratitude daily. Gratitude in particular is a superpower of youth. A grateful heart changes brain chemistry. It reduces stress, boosts serotonin, and improves sleep. It also shifts focus away from what you lack toward what you have, creating a sense of fullness that translates into peace. And peace slows aging. When you wake up each day thankful for your body, your breath, and your opportunities, you set the tone for a day filled with vitality. The great secret is that youth is not a number, it is an attitude. You can be 30 and old if your mindset is rigid, fearful, and bitter. Or you can be 80 and young if your mindset is flexible, hopeful, and open. The body follows where the mind leads. If you want to stay young and fit forever, train your mind as deliberately as you train your muscles. This doesn't mean pretending that aging doesn't exist. It means embracing it with strength and joy. Instead of fighting years with fear, you embrace them with wisdom. Knowing that youth is not about resisting age, but about living with vitality at every stage. Every wrinkle can be a mark of laughter. Every gray hair can be a sign of wisdom. Every year can be a badge of resilience. To stay young forever, feed your mind with positivity, challenge it with growth, and calm it with peace. Protect it from toxic voices, including your own. Surround yourself with people who lift you, who laugh with you, who inspire you to keep growing. Read books that spark imagination. Engage in conversations that stretch your thinking. Keep your soul nourished just as you nourish your body. At its core, the strength of mindset is the engine of all other habits. Movement, nutrition, rest. None of these can be fully lived out without the belief that you are worthy of investing in yourself. Your body will eventually age, but your spirit does not have to. And when the spirit remains youthful, it shines through the body, making you not just look younger, but truly feel timeless. Staying young and fit forever is not only about how you eat, move, rest, or think. It is also deeply tied to the people you surround yourself with. Human beings are wired for connection. We thrive on love, laughter, and belonging. Without strong social ties, even the best health practices cannot protect you fully from the effects of aging. Loneliness has been proven to be as damaging to the body as smoking or obesity. It raises stress hormones, weakens the immune system, and increases the risk of early death. On the other hand, vibrant social bonds are one of the most consistent predictors of long life, good health, and youthful energy. Think about the last time you laughed until your stomach hurt. In those moments, didn't you feel lighter, freer, and somehow younger? That's the magic of connection. It resets your stress, floods your body with feel-good hormones, and reminds you that life is meant to be shared. This is why some of the world's longest living communities place such importance on family, friendship, and community gatherings. They eat together, walk together, celebrate together, and mourn together. That sense of keeps them youthful and resilient. Relationships provide purpose. When you know someone depends on you, whether it's your children, grandchildren, friends, or even a pet, you wake up each day with motivation. Purpose fuels energy, and energy is youth. Many people who retire and withdraw from social life quickly find themselves aging faster, not because their bodies can't function, but because their hearts and minds lose that sense of belonging. Staying connected means staying engaged with life itself. Social bonds also protect mental health. Isolation often leads to depression, anxiety, and cognitive decline. In contrast, people who maintain close friendships and actively engage in conversations, games, or shared experiences keep their minds sharp. Talking, debating, and even joking with others stimulates the brain, creating new neural connections that delay memory loss and mental fatigue. Simply put, social interaction is exercise for the brain. The quality of your relationships matters just as much as the quantity. Toxic relationships filled with conflict, negativity, or emotional manipulation can accelerate stress and age you prematurely. Staying young requires surrounding yourself with people who uplift you, support your goals, and share your joy. Positive relationships act like a protective shield against life's difficulties. They don't erase challenges, but they make them easier to endure. A burden shared is always lighter, and a joy shared is always greater. Another overlooked aspect of social connection is physical touch. Something as simple as a hug, a handshake, or sitting close to a loved one releases oxytocin, the hormone of bonding and trust. Oxytocin lowers blood pressure, reduces stress, and creates feelings of safety. These physical reminders of closeness are essential for staying emotionally balanced and physically strong. Without them, people often feel adrift, no matter how disciplined they are in other areas of life. Community involvement plays a big role too. Contributing to something larger than yourself keeps you engaged and inspired. Volunteering, mentoring, or participating in group activities gives you a sense of meaning that nourishes your spirit. That sense of giving back is another common trait in long-lived cultures. They don't retire from life, they transition into roles where they guide, support, and inspire others. That constant engagement with community keeps them youthful well into old age. Friendships also bring playfulness into life. When you spend time with people who make you laugh, challenge you to try new things, or invite you to celebrate small wins, you tap into your childlike energy. Playfulness is youth. It lightens the heart, loosens the body, and makes the years melt away. Seriousness and isolation weigh you down, but playfulness lifts you up. This is why older adults who maintain active social lives often appear decades younger in spirit than those who isolate themselves. It's also important to note that social connections don't always mean large groups. Some people thrive in big gatherings, while others prefer deep one-on-one relationships. What matters is not the size of your circle, but the strength of the bonds within it. A single trusted friend can be more powerful for your health than dozens of shallow acquaintances. Invest in depth over breadth and you'll reap the rewards of authentic connection. Technology has changed the way we connect for better and worse. On one hand, it allows us to maintain contact with loved ones across the globe. On the other, it can create a false sense of closeness without the real benefits of presence. Face-to-face interactions, shared meals, and genuine conversations remain unmatched in their ability to nourish your spirit. Virtual connections can supplement, but they cannot replace, the warmth of real human presence. Another essential part of this secret is self-awareness. To build strong connections, you must also cultivate yourself. Being a good friend, partner, or family member means showing up with empathy, kindness, and honesty. When you give love freely, you attract love in return. This cycle of giving and receiving strengthens bonds and creates a community of care that sustains you through life's ups and downs. The truth is, relationships are not optional. They are essential. They are the invisible threads that keep you grounded, hopeful, and alive. People who feel loved and connected handle stress better, recover from illness faster, and live longer, more fulfilling lives. Their spirits stay light, their laughter stays strong, and their hearts remain young. So if you want to stay young and fit forever, don't neglect the power of your connections. Call that friend. Spend time with your family. Join a group or community that excites you. Hug more, laugh more, and open your heart to the people who matter. Because at the end of the day, youth is not measured by the lines on your face or the years on your calendar. It's measured by the love in your life and the connections that keep your spirit alive. Staying young and fit forever isn't just about how strong your muscles are or how smooth your skin looks. It's also about the sharpness of your mind and the fire of curiosity in your spirit. A person who stops learning stops growing, and when growth stops, aging accelerates. Continuous learning and curiosity act like fuel for the brain, keeping it active, flexible, and alive. They are as important as exercise and nutrition when it comes to maintaining youthfulness. Think of your brain like a muscle. If you stop using it, it weakens. But if you challenge it with new knowledge, new skills, and new experiences, it stays strong. This is why people who read, study, and engage in intellectual activities often maintain a spark in their eyes that makes them seem younger than their years. Their energy doesn't only come from their bodies, but also from the excitement of discovery. Curiosity keeps life fresh. When you wake up with questions, with a desire to explore something new, life never feels stagnant. Stagnation is what makes people feel old, when every day looks the same and nothing excites them anymore. But curiosity breaks that pattern. It pushes you to ask, what else is possible? What more can I learn? Where else can I grow? That kind of mindset keeps your spirit youthful. Scientific research backs this up. People who engage in lifelong learning reduce their risk of cognitive decline, dementia, and memory loss. Learning new skills literally creates new neural pathways in the brain. It's like building new roads in a city. More connections mean better traffic flow, and for your brain, it means sharper thinking and stronger memory. It doesn't matter what you learn. It could be a new language, a musical instrument, gardening techniques, or even how to use new technology. What matters is that your brain is stretched, challenged, and engaged. Learning also builds confidence. When you master something new, no matter how small, it creates a sense of achievement. That confidence spills into other areas of your life, reminding you that age is not a barrier to growth. Many people believe learning is for the young, but the truth is, the older you get, the more important it becomes. Each new skill adds not only to your knowledge, but to your sense of vitality. Another important element of continuous learning is adaptability. The world is constantly changing. Technology evolves, cultures shift, and new ideas emerge. People who resist change often feel left behind, which accelerates their sense of aging. But those who stay curious and adaptable feel engaged with the world around them. They don't fear change, they explore it. That attitude makes them appear not only youthful, but also timeless, because they move with the flow of life instead of resisting it. Curiosity also has a direct link to happiness. When you explore, discover, and learn, your brain releases dopamine, the chemical of pleasure and motivation. This keeps you feeling energized and excited. Compare this to a life without curiosity, where days blend into routine and monotony. That kind of existence drains energy and makes you feel older than you are. Youth is not only about the body, it's about the hunger for life. Continuous learning doesn't always mean academic study. Sometimes it means learning from people, from experiences, or from mistakes. It's about remaining open, humble, and willing to grow. Many people stop learning because they think they already know enough, but that mindset shuts down possibilities. The truly youthful spirit never assumes it knows everything. It remains open, always ready to absorb more wisdom, more beauty, and more truth from the world. Another powerful way to keep your mind young is through creative exploration. Art, music, writing, or even problem solving all engage the brain in ways that keep it flexible and alive. Creative expression also allows you to process emotions, reduce stress, and connect with deeper parts of yourself. It's no coincidence that some of the most vibrant older adults are artists, musicians, or writers. Their creativity keeps them constantly engaged with life. Social learning is another hidden gem. When you learn with others, whether in classes, groups, or casual discussions, you not only stimulate your mind, but also strengthen social bonds. Sharing knowledge, debating ideas, and collaborating on projects double the benefits. Your mind grows sharper while your heart grows more connected. This combination of intellectual and social stimulation is a powerful recipe for longevity. The beauty of curiosity is that it doesn't require wealth, status, or extraordinary resources. It only requires willingness. You can pick up a book, listen to a podcast, watch a documentary, or strike up a conversation with someone who sees the world differently. Each of these actions fuels your growth and adds layers to your youthfulness. Age becomes irrelevant when you live with a mind that's always expanding. It's also worth noting that curiosity often leads to physical health benefits. For example, learning about nutrition or exercise might inspire better lifestyle choices. Exploring new hobbies often gets you moving, whether it's dancing, hiking, or traveling. Even simple acts like learning how to cook a new dish engage both your body and mind, creating holistic health benefits. Ultimately, staying young and fit forever means living with the heart of a student of life, of people, of the world. The day you stop learning is the day you start aging in the true sense. But when you remain curious, when you continue to grow and evolve, your mind stays sharp, your spirit stays lively, and your body benefits from the energy that curiosity brings. So don't settle into routines that dull your mind. Challenge yourself, embrace the unfamiliar, and keep stretching your boundaries. Learn a new skill, ask deeper questions, travel to places you've never been, or simply look at everyday things with fresh eyes. Because the secret to eternal youth is not found in creams or supplements. It's found in the excitement of learning and the fire of curiosity. That is how you stay forever young, not just in body, but in mind and soul. At the end of the day, staying young and fit forever isn't about chasing a miracle or fighting against time. It's about choosing habits that keep your body strong, your mind sharp, and your spirit alive. We've uncovered the secrets: nourishing yourself with the right foods, moving your body with purpose, embracing rest and recovery, managing stress with calm, keeping meaningful connections, and never letting your curiosity fade. These aren't tricks or quick fixes, they are timeless principles that allow you to age with strength, grace, and vitality. Youth is not defined by the number of candles on your birthday cake, but by the energy, resilience, and passion you bring into each day. If you commit to these practices, you won't just look younger, you'll feel younger. You'll carry yourself with confidence, radiate health, and inspire those around you to do the same. So remember this: you don't need to wait for the right time or some perfect opportunity. The choices you make today will shape how young you feel tomorrow. Take ownership of your health, your habits, and your mindset because your future self is depending on you. Age will keep moving forward, but with these secrets, you'll always stay one step ahead. Stay strong, stay curious, stay connected, and above all, stay young at heart, because that is the true fountain of youth.